think there's so much to talk about here from a cultural perspective, from the China speed perspective. You actually introduced me a year ago in Singapore.
Yes.
You bought me a cup of tea at about 2 in the afternoon, and 12 hours later I was still wide awake. So obviously it's a very powerful product.
Yes.
But the expansion in the last 2 years has been phenomenal. Maybe just explain to us what's happened here.
So essentially, Chagee, in the first couple of years, they were experimenting with the product. They were trying to string the SKUs. They were trying to automate the production of the tea, to industrialize the whole process, make the machines that will make the production of the tea much faster. Today, they produce a cup in 8 seconds. And then when they managed to test and experiment and were ready to expand, they really just exploded. So in the last 2 years, the store count went from 1,000 to 6,000. Every year they open 2 to 3,000, and the store productivity has been amazing. They were selling 1.2 thousand cups a month. In comparison to the average coffee shop, they sell like 2 to 400 cups a month. So that's like 3-4 times the efficiency and productivity of a store. As the IR lady mentioned earlier on, the payback is like 2 to 6 months, right? So yeah, the pace of expansion has been tremendous.
And they've recently IPO'd.
Yes.
And I mean, a company like this, how do you conceptualize a company which can go from a $20-odd million revenue to $1 billion in just 2 years? I mean, that's real, like, defines China's speed.
I think for us, the most exciting piece about this IPO is that this is not a traditional Chinese company. It is one of the brands that has potential to go global. And you can see in how they approach the global expansion. Every new market they expand in Singapore, they first set up a team of 80 to test the market, to conceptualize it. They bring in the best talents. They hired McDonald's APAC chief marketing officer for 2 years, for 1+ years before they rolled out the rebranding effort in Singapore, and now they're launching all over Southeast Asian markets. They're doing the same in the US. They're hiring guys from Chipotle, Starbucks, Dutch Brothers. And so they're serious about this going global, which is, unlike most of the other China brands that you have seen, which is clearly differentiating.